Okay, so first we're going to get into Cricut Design Space. Here I'm going to start a new project, and all we're going to do is actually just use shapes and letters, and you can use any type of font you want to make it how you want. So I'm just going to insert some squares here. I'm going to do one square, and like I said, one of mine was exactly 2.5 by 2.5, so I want a little edge on it of white. So I'm going to leave, let's see, maybe a quarter around each side. So actually I'm going to leave it 2 inches, and I'm going to need 2 of these. So I'm going to duplicate this, and then I'm going to duplicate it one more time. But this one, like I said, I had one that was a little bit off, so it is a little bit more narrow. So I'm going to unlock this, and I'm just going to decrease my size by 0.1. Okay, so mine are going to go like this. So then all we need to do is I'm going to go into a text, and I'm going to type in, I'm going to use all capitals and type joy. Okay, now I just have to decide what font I want, which is what takes forever, right? So, and I'm going to go into Matola, and I'll link this below where I got it. It's a fun kind of fat font that I like there. So now let me just change the color so we can see what we're working with a little bit better. I want to kind of get the size of what I want with them all still together. Probably like that. Okay, so once I like the size, it's about a 1.685. I'm actually going to ungroup it to letters, which is under the advanced there. Okay, and all we need to do, I'm going to use my cursor and just drag it down over both the letter and the square. And under a line up here, there is a center. So I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to come down here under combine and click on subtract. So there we have our J. I'm going to do the same thing with this. Again, drag it over there, go to center, combine, subtract. And again with this one, center, combine, subtract. Okay, easy peasy, right? Okay, so we're going to go to make it. So the one thing with this is that since we're doing it on iron-on, I want to turn on that mirror. Okay, so we have that mirror setting, and you can use any Cricut machine for this, any of the Joys, the Explorers, or the Makers. We're going to click on continue. We're going to connect it to my maker, and I'm going to cut this out. Okay, so I am using the iron-on sparkle holographic vinyl, so I'm going to apply that color side down on a mat. Always use my brayer to make sure it's nice and stuck. Okay, I've already selected that material in Cricut Design Space, so I'm going to load my mat. And while that is doing that, I'm actually going to plug in my Easy Press Mini. I'm going to push the button twice to get it to medium setting. Okay, that's blinking. Gonna load my mat. And press cut. Okay, all done. Unload my mat. And then I'm just going to trim around this. And then I actually like to put it back on the mat to weed it out.
cut these apart. Okay, so I was gonna do the O on the skinnier one here. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball lining these up. You definitely can use a ruler if you want. Here's my mini press. And with the sparkle vinyl, I'm doing a kind of a medium pressure. And I think this needs okay, we have our joy. See how that sparkles? Cool. I'm gonna do the same thing with the white, and I definitely gonna make these squares a little bit bigger to cover more of the outside, but okay, so we have Joy. You're gonna switch over to this mat since I'm going to be gluing. Turn off my easy press. And then you can put them together however you want. I'm just gonna put some twine up on the back side, and you can put a bow on top. You can really do whatever you want. So just kind of get them actually gonna grab 2 pencils to put in the middle so I know that they're even. Have my glue gun heated here. Oh. So I'm going to start on that side. Okay. Okay. Okay, and there we have it. Super quick and easy kind of sparkle sign made out of a Dollar Tree find and your Cricut. Okay, so make sure you hit that subscribe button below so you don't miss any more Christmas tutorials coming up, and happy crafting!